today?
I do not actually. Normally when I show up, it's because there's a disturbance or something. But the sergeant sent me over here.
Yeah. Do you recognize the woman in that photo?
I do. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people like her, but I do. That's, if I'm not mistaken, I think her name was Mary Parker.
Okay.
It was about, I'd say like 2 years ago, around this time. I got a call about a disturbance about these businesses were worried that this woman had been sleeping in her car there for a couple of days, I think. And they said kids were getting scared and stuff. And anyway, so we showed up expecting like some big scary situation and stuff. It came loaded for bear. It just turns out it was this. I mean, she looks, I'm not gonna lie, she does look a little scary, but it turns out she was just like down on her luck and had a few rough patches and stuff. And I guess a boyfriend, or she had kicked her out, and it seemed to me like he obviously had done some great emotional and mental abuse on her, but my guess was probably some physical abuse too. She had some bruises, and I don't know the last time she had a shower, actually. She looked really bad.
What told you to help this woman and bring her to the women's shelter versus...
I didn't even know you guys knew that. Yeah, so that's what ended up happening, is that something in me said, the paperwork alone to book this woman who really didn't need to go to prison, didn't need to go to jail, didn't need a ticket for sure that she couldn't pay. She just needed some help. And I know we get a bad rap and stuff, but we're not just here to like throw everybody in a squad car. We're not here to, we're literally, our job is to, protect the community and to make it a safe place to live. And that it doesn't always mean taking somebody downtown in a squad car. Sometimes it can be as simple as dropping somebody off at a homeless shelter, because she was loitering and stuff, but it's not like that's a felony. She didn't look like a danger. She didn't have any weapons. She was literally just a woman who had been really, really poorly treated by a man and didn't know what to do with her life. And so I took her down to the women's shelter.
And last time you saw her, was it that day 2 years ago when you dropped her off?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen her. I did call down to the shelter just to see. I checked in like 2 weeks later, and apparently she was doing great. She was on some sort of job placement program or something, and she seemed to be doing well. So I just sort of left it. But I don't know, something in that day. It was the holidays. Maybe I was feeling a little charitable, but also, my mom went through a lot of bad boyfriends when I was growing up. I've seen my mother when I was a kid. Saw my mother get knocked around, and there's nothing I could do as a kid, to stop it. I think maybe part of the reason I became a cop was to help people who
can't defend themselves.
Yeah, can't defend themselves. And that, the images of seeing your mom being hurt by some guy who hates his life or has had too much to drink or whatever really sticks with you. And something about Miss Parker that day just really reminded me of my mom and how the whole reason I became an officer was to defend and protect people like her, and I just could not take Miss Parker downtown. So I took her to that shelter, and apparently I haven't seen her since. So in the last 2 years, I mean, who knows what happened? She could have left the state and gotten with some other idiot and ended up in jail somewhere else. But hopefully, the women's shelter seemed really positive that she was like really making. They were surprised. I remember the conversation pretty clearly. They mentioned they had never really seen anybody work that hard to try to change their situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, life gets busy and stuff, and, you know, I work pretty hard a lot, so got my own family and stuff to deal with, so I did fall off on checking on her and stuff, but I was just glad I did it. You know, it's like so much of this job is being the bad guy and being the guy that nobody wants to see, and to be able to show up and help and feel like you really made a positive impact in somebody's life. That was really rewarding, I have to tell you.
Now, Officer Edwards, you've been serving the local police force for over, what is it, 10, 15 years now?
10.
10 years now.
It'll be 11 in a few months.
Okay, and in all your years of serving, has there been any other people that you've noticed the direct impact that you've made on their lives?
Well, I think a lot. I mean, I remember there were kids that,
and rough
yeah, you feel like, you know, they're about to get in some trouble, but you catch them and you're like, hey, kids, come on, get out of here, go back home.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a lot. 11 years is a lot at all. That sort of rushes together and stuff, but again, I guess Miss Parker did really stick in my mind because she did remind me so much of my own mother. And
well, today she would like to thank you in person.
I would.
Are you kidding me?
Officer.
Oh my God, you're not the same person.
Officer, you changed my life. You gave me a new beginning. And because of you, I was able to get a new job, find a new hope, a new passion, and with that came a lot of success. So I want to give you $5,000 as being my guardian angel.
You do not have to.
No, it's my pleasure and my
No,
honor.
you don't. No, listen. To see you like this. I'm sorry.
Just thank you so much.
Just you don't know what it's like. Everybody just looks at you like you're
You're not. You're wonderful.